皆さんおはようございます。Thank you for joining me. Today is September 1st, 2025, and I'll be sharing the Kotowaza of the week. 2025年9月1日の今週のことわざを紹介したいと思います。This week we have a little bit more of a simple one, slightly simpler than some of our past ones. We have 弱り目に当たり目。So this is an interesting use of the me kanji here. So me is an eye, but it can also be used to mean like an experience. So yowari me, this first kanji here, yowaru, is weakness. So yowari me is when you're in a time of weakness. So yowarime is a time of weakness. And then ni, we have what comes to you. You can think of it as a direction coming to you in a time of weakness. So yowarime ni atarime. So we have this me here again, an experience, or what kind of an experience? Ataru, atarime. So ataru is kind of like a curse. This is connected to Buddhism and Shintoism very heavily. If you are tatarud, it's kind of like ill will has been wished upon you by either the gods or fate or something that caused you to, you're going through these bad experiences, right? So, yowarime ni tatarime. When you're in a time of weakness, you're also cursed, or ill will is wished upon you. So this is kind of like when something bad happens to you, and then more bad happens on top of that. So on the left side we have a nice little ukiyo-e here. This is called Shin Yoshiwara o Namazu Yurai. So in Japan, it has been believed that earthquakes were caused by a giant catfish, or a numazu, or a namazu, that lives underneath Japan, and earthquakes happen when it kind of flops about, flails about. So I think this is a silly story about people attacking it to tell it to stop doing that, and then it did it again. I'd have to look more into exactly how the story goes, but it's just kind of this idea of bad things happening on top of bad things. And if you're living in, ancient Japan, feudal Japan, lots of bad things can happen to you. And then Japan is also known for having lots of natural disasters, lots of fires, earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, you name it. So you can kind of see where this idea comes from. Okay, so a little bit of a description. So when disaster or misfortune strikes one after the other, as though to add insult to injury. A very similar kind of proverb or saying that we'd have in the West is, when it rains, it pours, or something like that, right? When something bad happens, it's not just a little bit, it's a lot. It all comes at once. So in Japanese, we have komatte iru toki, yowari kitte iru toki ni. So, komatte iru toki is when you're in trouble. Komaru is to be in trouble. And then teiru, currently in. And then toki, to describe when. Komatte iru toki, when you're in trouble. Yowari kitte iru toki ni. So same thing with toki here. Something else is happening to us at this time. Yowari kiru. So if we have kiru at the end, or we have kiru connected to another verb, this is kind of like completely that verb. So you can say tabemashita, tabekirimashita. So tabekiru is to complete. Do that action all the way to as far as you can do that action. So tabekiru. And here we have yowari kiru. So yowari is kind of like to become weak, to be weak. Yowari kitteiru. And then this is in the teiru form, saying it's currently happening. So we are completely exhausted, completely in our weakest state. So when we're in trouble or in our weakest state, 弱りきっているときに、追い打ちをかけるように。So 追い打ちをかける is kind of like to add insult to injury. Like, it's to smash something down when it's already down. Right? And this ように, so that, or such that, 災難が重なって起きること。So 災難 is disaster or just misfortune overall. が重なる. So 重なる is for things to stack up. So this is in the K form. 重なって。災難が重なって起きること. So when we have 重なる in the K form, then another verb, verb is happening over and over and over. So 起きる is for something to occur. So disaster or misfortune happens over and over and over again. And this koto just turns it all into noun. So this phrase means for disasters to occur over and over, as if to smash someone or kick a dead horse. It's like that. It's another one we have. When someone's down, you kind of, more bad things happen to them, right? Or to do more bad things to them when they're particularly in trouble or weak. So that is it for our Kotowaza of the week. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Not as uplifting or, fun as some of our other ones. This is more of a phrase that you can use when bad things happen to people over and over and over again. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you like these Kotowaza of the week, please leave a like and subscribe. And I will plan on seeing you next week. ありがとうございます。